Hi everyone. In this video, we will learn about differentiation and how to apply the power rule, the constant multiple rule, the product rule, and the quotient rule. Let us start with a simple example. If y equals to 3x to the power of 5, find dy dx. dy dx means differentiating y with respect to x. Let's pull out the formula list at the side. We can solve this question in many ways. One of the ways is to see y as 3x to the power of 5 and apply differentiation formula directly. Another way is to rewrite y as 3x squared times x cubed. This is equivalent to 3x to the power of 5. We are not changing the question. And the purpose of doing so is for us to see how we can apply the product rule. I can also rewrite y as 3x to the power of 6 divided by x, which still gives 3x to the power of 5, and differentiate from there. The purpose of this is to illustrate the use of the quotient rule. Let's look at the first case. Y equals to 3x to the power of 5. How do we differentiate this expression directly? If y equals to 3x to the power of 5, dy dx is equals to, differentiate with respect to x, 3x to the power of 5. You notice that I cannot use the power rule immediately because there is a coefficient 3 in front of the x. Hence, I need to use the constant multiple rule, which says that the constant multiplied in front of the variable can be taken out and multiply it to the derivative of x to the power of 5. So 3. Now if I want to differentiate x to the power of 5, I can refer to the power rule of differentiation. It says that if I want to differentiate x to the power of n, where n is a number, I just need to bring down the power n and reduce the power by 1. Bring down the power 5 and reduce 5 by 1. 5 minus 1 will be 4. Evaluating the expression, 3 times 5, I will have 15, x to the power of 4. This is my final answer. Now, to illustrate the use of a product rule, I can rewrite 3x to the power of 5 in terms of 3x squared times x to the power 3. Similarly, to find dy dx, it is the same as differentiating with respect to x, 3x squared times x to the power 3. If you refer to the product rule, u is 3x squared and the v is x power 3. And the formula of product rule says that if I want to differentiate u multiplied by v, the answer will be keep u, which is the first expression, 3x squared, multiplied by dv dx, differentiating v with respect to x. This is our v, plus, now I keep v, which is the second expression, x cubed, and I multiply to du dx, which is differentiating the first expression with x. Let's evaluate. Now I want to differentiate x to the power 3. Remember, I can use the power rule, which says I just bring down the power and reduce the power by 1. So I take down 3, reduce the power from 3, reduce 1, will become 2. Plus x power 3. If I want to differentiate 3x to the power of 2, remember the constant multiple rule says that the 3 can just stay, and I just multiply to the derivative of x power 2. Let's evaluate the expression. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. X squared multiplied by x squared is x power 4 plus 3x cubed. Now I need to differentiate x power 2. The power rule says that I bring down the power, reduce the power by 1. So I bring down the power 2 and I reduce the power by 1. 2 minus 1 will be 1. So I have 9x power 4 plus 3 multiplied by 2, I get 6, x power 4. 9x power 4 plus 6x power 4, I will get 15x power 4. Notice that we get the same answer as before. Now let us illustrate how to use the quotient rule in the same question. Here, we rewrite 3x to the power of 5 as 3x to the power of 6 divided by x, so that now we can use the quotient rule. Similarly, to find dy dx, it is the same as differentiating the expression 3x to the power of 6 divided by x. Looking at the quotient rule formula, so in this expression, u is 3x to the power of 6 and v is x. The quotient rule formula says we need to square the denominator. Our denominator is x. We need to square it. At the numerator, we keep v, which is x, multiply by du dx, differentiating the numerator, minus, take note of the sign, minus, we keep the numerator, 3x to the power of 6, and we multiply by derivative of the denominator. So we multiply by derivative of the denominator. Let's evaluate the expression. To differentiate 3x to the power of 6, we need to apply the constant multiple rule, which says that the 3 in front, I can bring it out, and I multiply to just the derivative of x to the power of 6, minus 3x to the power of 6. Applying the power rule, I bring down 1, and I reduce the power by 1. 1 minus 1 will be 0. So I have 3x. Now I want to differentiate x to the power of 6. I use the power rule again. Bring down 6. Reduce the power by 1. Minus 3x to the power of 6. We know that x to the power of 0 is 1. So the whole expression is just 1. Let's evaluate. 3 times 6 is 18. X multiplied by x power 5 is x power 6. Minus 3x to the power 6 divided by x squared. 18x to the power 6 minus 3x to the power 6 is 15x to the power 6 divided by x squared. I will get 15x to the power 4. We get the same answer as before. Thank you, that's the end of the video.